2 days, the rest of the week?
2 days. 2 nights, I should say.
Okay. My number's at the bottom. If you got any other questions, or you want to stay longer, or you want to get the hell out of here because your neighbors pissed you off,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Is there a lot of that?
No.
We'll just shoot them. We're in Tombstone, right?
All right. I got a backhoe. We're good.
It sounds like you guys got a plan going here. I heard nothing.
Nobody will find out.
That's right.
You guys get settled in and have a good day.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
thank you.
We're getting all set up here at our dry camping spot here in Tombstone. And I just wanted to share something with you really quick that I'm so happy about. I figured something out that's been a real pain in the ass for me for years, and I'm sure it probably has for you as well if you're a camper. So what I found out was I can use these lag bolts here. These are about 5/16, either 3/8 or 5/16 inch lag bolts, 4 inches long with a nice thick washer there. And this is what I use to secure down our rugs here. This in conjunction with an impact driver like this, not a drill, but an impact driver, will drive these lag bolts down quickly. And you know, even if there's rocky soil, it really kind of works around the rocks when you drive them into the soil, unless there's like a really big rock. So when you do this, you're also going to need a little adapter like this for your socket set. This particular bolt here takes a 9/16 inch socket. Take the adapter, put that right on the socket like that. You're going to pop that right into the impact driver. And you can get these adapters at basically any hardware store. I got this one at Lowe's. I mean, you saw how quick and easy that was to drive that down into this soil, and you can see there are rocks everywhere around here. Typically you try to drive a stake down into the ground there to secure this rug down, and you're going to bend it, or you're just going to have a hell of a time. So anyway, that's my tip for the day. Hope that it helps you out. It's 5:45 Sunday evening, and we're heading into Tombstone. I think, is this the courthouse, Ian?
Yeah.
Check this out, courthouse of Tombstone. Look at the stair going up, that old metal spiral staircase. Cupola up top there. I don't think that downspout's original. Maybe the one on the left, but not the right. Love old buildings like that. It's constructed in 1882. Cochise County Courthouse. We're gonna go up here to the Four Deuces, and we're not sure if they have food or not, but we're gonna see. We know it's like a bar for sure. Nice bikes. Local lady who has a shop back there told us that the Four Deuces does not have food. The Four Deuces does not have food, just alcohol.
A watering hole.
So unless you want to drink your dinner.
So either that Longhorn or Big Nose Kate's, or would she say Mario's? She hasn't tried Mario's.
Yeah, but she heard it was good. Yeah.
That tour going out there in about 10 minutes, folks. Come out on a bit of history of Tombstone.
It's a tour?
Yeah, it's a 45-minute tour. Don't walk over 2.5, 3 blocks. But there's a lot of history up and down Island.
Okay.
And that's what I talk about. I'm going to tell you about the gunfight, where it happened, why it happened, the Earths, the Clans, and Fires, both Ben Franklin, Lester, Johnny Ringo. Tell you about the Chinese, how they got here, who brought them, and where they went after. I'm going to give you a lot of history, point out a lot of buildings that's been here since the 1800s.
Okay.
I do the tour myself on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. A lady that works for me does it the other night. All right, thank you all. Enjoy your evening in Tombstone.
You too. Trying to decide where to go eat, and I think we're going to go to Big Nose Kate's, but we're going to just do a little bit of a walking tour here and check out the town. They said Mario's is good,
Oh, it's closed.
but it's closed. So I think we got 2 choices really. Well, we have a couple more, but the recommendations are Big Nose Kate or the Longhorn Steakhouse, right?
Right. What holidays?
Look at that, you got your own bar, your own, well, it's actually a bordello.
Oh, I got my own bordello.
Yeah. It is the Crystal Palace Saloon. That's what we decided on. And we just heard from a local walking by. Said this is a great place to eat. You can almost picture the cowboys hanging out at that bar. What do you have on draft?
Juicy Haze Camelback 2 IPAs. The Juicy Haze is more of like an orangish color.
I'll try that. Yeah, that sounds good.
And for you?
How about Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi, okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Alright, I'll be right back, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, look at that. Country fried steak, mashed potatoes and corn, down-home Tombstone meal. This is the Juicy Jack IPA from Santan. It's an Arizona brewing company. It was so good, I had to get a second one. Here's the Crystal Palace in 1881 with the same exact bar that it has now. The outside, up on the balcony of the Crystal Palace. A little dark out here, but this is Tombstone at night. Good morning. Thought I'd show you what a Tombstone sunrise looks like. You can kind of picture yourself here in Tombstone in maybe the 1800s, something like that. May have looked similar, other than the porta-johns and the RV park, of course. But yeah, you've got all the old structures here, all the old buildings that are still sitting here from many, many years ago. Not all of them original. There was a terrible fire here in the 1800s, 1882, I believe it was, that most of the buildings actually burned down. But there are still a few original buildings in Tombstone, so we're going to go downtown today and explore the town and maybe dive into the history a little bit and check things out, see what we can discover. So join us. The gunfight between the Earp brothers, Doc Holliday, and the Clantons and McClowrys happened here on October 26th, 1881. And they got it all blocked off, so you can't see the actual site. You have to pay to see the site. Instead, you get to see this nicely painted and appointed building, but otherwise it's all closed off.
Goes around, comes around. Comeuppance. My mother called them comeuppance.
All right, we're here in Tombstone, but before that, before we go exploring, we're gonna stop in here at Big Nose Kate's Saloon to have a Bloody Mary.
It's supposed to be to die for.
A wise man once said, if you don't start drinking in the morning, you can't drink all day.
There you go.
And a wise man once said, can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. Right?
Right.
Let's do it. All right, looks like we're the only ones here. Good, how you doing?
You guys doing drinks or
Drinks, please.
world famous Bloody Mary?
The movie Tombstone on the TV, imagine that.
I just can't see why they'd be playing it.
When we were here last night, this place was packed. Not a soul in the room now.
Thank you.
All right, these look awesome.
They look awesome.
Cheers to Tombstone
Tombstone.
and Big Nose Kate. Good, how you doing? It's a cool bar.
Where are you visiting from?
We're traveling full time now. Yep. How about you? You live here in Tombstone?
No, I live in Benson.
Benson? Okay. You play guitar and all that? Cool.
I'll be starting at 11:30.
Okay. Did you see the size of that bottle of Tito's? That's what you were taking the picture of, right?
Yeah. That's it. Let's try for the tea.
Great. Well, those were some good Bloody Marys, wouldn't you say?
They were good.
Yeah, definitely. Now we'll go check out Tombstone.
To the town of old, Frida rode a stranger one fine day. All these old folks around him didn't have much to say. No one dared ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. But the stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode to the town. He came riding from the south, I slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, lives in running, in the whisper from his lips. He's here to do some business with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him when many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though he was a funny boy. And the notches on his pistol numbered more than 19 more. More than 19 more.
All right, we're changing on the fly again. We're gonna go into Doc Holliday's saloon here. We just met a guy named TW. He said come in here and get us a peanut butter whiskey drink, something like that. It's like maybe a drink with made like a White Russian with peanut butter whiskey. I don't know. We'll see what we can find.
Hi guys.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
What are we drinking?
Well, we just met a guy named TW out there. Do you know him?
Probably.
He said that for peanut butter whiskey. Can you do a White Russian with a shot of that in it?
Instead of vodka, I'll just do screwball. Is that alright?
He said to do the vodka too, didn't he?
I think it would be hard to walk down the street after a shot of glue, a shot of vodka, and a shot of screwball.
All right, we'll try your version of it.
Yeah.
Dogs first.
Thank you. Wow, that looks interesting, doesn't it? Cheers to TW.
Yeah. Peanut butter.
We don't really know TW, but this is the TW. You guys really want one of these?
Hey, you want these? How are they?
They're good.
Fantastic. Really?
Yeah.
Peanut butter, White Russians.
Well, that was a good day. I think we spent most of our time at Big Nose Kate's, but whatever, you know. So yeah, that was fun.
It was.
All right, for all you history buffs out there, don't despair. We're gonna come back to the courthouse here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. They open back up, and we're gonna get in there and check that out, see what the courthouse looks like inside, because that looks like a really interesting building. I'm sure there is some pretty interesting things in there. All right, we'll do it in the morning. See you then. We're here at the Cochise County Courthouse, which is also the Tombstone Courthouse. Man, it's magnificent. And it was erected in 1882, 1 year after the famous gunfight at the OK Corral. You know, the one with the Clantons and the Earps, that famous battle, that famous gunfight. But yeah, it is incredible. It's all red brick with the corners, the coin corners, and the white dripstone that separates the first and second floor. It looks like it's brand new almost. So the courthouse is 76 feet wide and 116 feet long, and it's in the shape of a cross or cruciform. It also has the cupola that sits atop. It's a one-story cupola. And it's really pretty amazing, isn't it? There's a man named Ed Scheiflin who found silver in the hills of Tombstone in 1877. And when word got out about that, prospectors and miners, the influx of those guys ensued on Tombstone, you can imagine. The population actually grew to over 7,000 people by 1881. There were 114 saloons, 14 gambling halls, and many, many brothels in town. So you can imagine that a courthouse like this was sorely needed to put the criminals on trial for their misdeeds in town here. But the courthouse was also needed because people had to travel over 70 miles to the Pima County Courthouse in order to record their deeds, contracts for mining, things like that. So they really needed something here right in Tombstone because it was a 2-day ride over rugged terrain in order to get to the courthouse in Pima County. So you can see there's a long line waiting to get in here. Pretty popular place, but with COVID, they're limiting the number of people that can go into the courthouse. Hello. Good, you? I think I read that this first room was the sheriff's office. Is that right?
District Attorney's Office and Sheriff's Office.
Okay, so sheriff's office from 1904 to 1931. District Attorney from 1882.
Sheriff's
Yeah, cool. There's a picture of the original prospector, Ed Scheiflin. And thought this was interesting. Oh, it says, a soldier reportedly once warned Scheiflin that all you will find out there is your tombstone. I'm assuming that's how the town may have been named. It's a great set of paintings here depicting the gunfight at the OK Corral, which we actually learned that it wasn't actually at the OK Corral. It was out in the street as shown in this drawing. And that is confirmed by Wyatt Earp. There's tons of really nice displays throughout this courthouse. This kind of gives you a perspective of what the miners had to go through back in the day. You can see in the picture there that they're all right there in the mine, and they were all working by candlelight. You can see the candles hanging from the rock, and then you can see also that the one guy has candles in his back pocket ready to go, but working by candlelight. Wow, really tall ceilings here too. These have to be 20 feet high on the second floor of the courthouse. Tombstone was ravaged by two great fires, one in 1881 and then another one in 1882. It basically wiped out the entire town in the first fire. In the second fire, the whole business district was wiped out. They finally installed a water system, basically a pipeline, 7-inch water line, from 21 miles away in the Huachuca Mountains in order to bring water into Tombstone and enable them to fight these fires and stop. There was actually a third fire in 1882 that they put out in 20 minutes after the first alarm. So that's what has saved the town since then. Wow, and here is the courtroom of the courthouse. You got the drawer box over here, prosecutor and defender seating here, judge obviously up top, presiding over the courtroom. Pretty cool scene. Invitation to a hanging. You can see here is the invitation itself. 7 men died on March 28th, 1884 in the gallows, which we're going to go see in a minute. Yeah, no doubt. Reconstruction of the gallows. But you can imagine what it might have been like back in the day. You got your invitation to the hanging. Come out here at the courthouse and watch them drop.